Well, look at you all there, looking gorgeous, naughty, gorgeous creatures. Welcome to another exciting moment. Hopefully, everyone is seeing the stream. Let's take a look here. Ah, yes. Yes, where am I here? Oops, yes. I'm there. Yes, live. Always got to make it work, yes. How is everyone in beautiful YT land? Oh, we've got an upgrade already. Hello, Ariana. Wonderful to see you. And a happy Taco Tuesday to you all. Welcome. Please take a seat. I want to give apologies to our very own Chuck Dransfield. He will not be able to make it today. Alas, Hillary took him out. Yes. For the time being, a couple satellites evidently have come down. And so the communication is a little crazy right now in that part of the world. I guess two hurricanes, Harry and Hillary. So a couple satellites are down, but we still have our pillow. We still have our mariachis. We still have our hat. Look at this. Yes, I've still got my sombrero for you all. Yes. So it's not quite the same without Chuck. So hopefully the satellites problem will be corrected and Chuck will be coming and having drinks with us on Thursday. Yeah. So I asked him, hopefully he can come back on Thursday. And because he's actually got some new things to talk about, art, etc. So if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, be sure and like and subscribe for all of us. I am having a couple really cool things. First off, I'm having some beautiful ice water. I always like to have some ice water. Thank you, Debbie, for the wonderful designs. Be sure and check out all of our merch designed by our very own director, Debbie Brady. The other thing I've taken to, if you must know, our drinks is I'm having a vegan egg cream. This is a New York egg cream. You know, you get it with the last separated, and then you mix it on your own. Yeah. So I'm using, for those of you who want my vegan recipe, you'd use whatever vegan milk you really like. I'm using a sweet vanilla soy and then a bunch of ice, and then I pour some vegan chocolate syrup on top of that. You could do a chocolate syrup that's sugar free if you're trying to reduce your sugar, and then seltzer water, and then it creates these cool layers, and then you whip it up and it foams. And so that's an egg cream. That's a vegan egg cream, and that is what I'm having. All right, a couple of quick announcements for all of you for our beautiful Taco Tuesday. Like I said, Chuck cannot make it because unfortunately we're having some technical problems out of California going live. They're still, I guess they're down a couple of satellites. I wanted to announce that next week, knock on wood, hopefully everything will be fine. We will be having the amazing Sandra Rogers joining us next week, Taco Tuesday at 6 p.m. We'll be interviewing her for our weekly get together. We have a very nice book club that we like to do. Debbie says that Chuck is recovering from after storm effects. Yes. I don't know where. It's really cool when they do put the satellites up. It's right around August when the weather is really nice when they usually put those satellites up. So it's kind of neat to see when California puts them up. Okay, so the book is Inviting the Queen. I'm sorry, it's backwards. Inviting the Queen, excuse me, winner of the Nollis Book Award, Sandra Rogers. Please be sure and check that out. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, turn the camera around. Tell me who you are, where you're coming from, what you eating, what you drinking. What's the weather like in your part, excuse me, in your part of the world? Did you get hit by Harry? Did you get hit by Hillary? Or is there I hear there's another tropical storm. It's coming into Haiti right about now. So Crazy. Congratulations to Ariana, who's become an elder and a healer. Excuse me. Okay. Hi, Joyce Pietros. You're not into tequila? Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker either. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you here. Thanks for being a member. Hi, Joel. Good to see you here. Hi, Queen Mary. Oh, you're in Texas? Our Corpus Christi, I hear, is getting hit. It's going to head northwest, from what I understand, and that's good because when you look at Northwest Texas, you follow the energy. Northwest Texas winds up really green and beautiful in the next 25 years. So that's cool. Hi, Wendy Burke. Great to see you. Okay, so let's talk about some of what's going on. What do you guys want to do first? What do you guys want? You want remote views? Do you want to talk about celebratory good news? Celebratory good news. It's entirely up to you what you want to start with because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We have a really tight show. It would have been tighter if I had been able to work with Chuck, but alas, he got taken out by the storm. So the first good news from our very own president, Mr. Biden, my student loans are officially forgiven. So that is the first announcement, the first bit of good news. We want to always announce good news on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is weird news, but Tuesdays, excuse me, Tuesdays is also good news. Huh? What is this about? A nervous breakdown? Nervous breakdown for Trump. I spent a lot of time working in the garden and brushing my cat, so I'm having a little bit of a reaction. I apologize. Okay, let's do the remote views. Okay, so we talked a little bit about Joe Biden. The first good news is federal loans are being forgiven in seniors. So if you have student loans, I worked pharmacy for several years. I think they also take into consideration if you do public health. I did some public health. So that's cool. The other thing that we wanted to talk about in terms of remote view has to do with the fact that Joe Biden is about to declare the environment is a public emergency. Everybody heard about this? What do you guys think about Joe Biden declaring the environment an emergency? Do you think it's true? People like, you didn't pay all that. No, we paid it, but it got gobbled up in interest, right? That the students got defrauded. So we paid it, but then the debt didn't go down. That's what the lawsuits were about. So in terms of Biden declaring the environment a state of an emergency, I think a lot of that energy is coming. We see what's going on in Maui. Excuse me. We see what's going on in the rest of the world. And environmental emergency is definitely the direction he's been asked to do that. And that's the direction that he is going to be going. And so we could be seeing that happening in the next couple of days. So as a consequence of that, we see the new green economy, right? It's more in the direction of the new green economy. As I had said in previous remotes, we're going to start seeing satellites going up that cool the environment. It's kind of funny. Somebody had said, put it on an asteroid. No, it's not going to be on an asteroid. They're just weather satellites. You can put large swarms of them up. Swarms of satellites up. I think it's kind of neat. Well, the good thing, Joel, excuse me, something's setting me off. I might have to close early today. just because I'm having an allergic reaction to something. And I don't want to bother you folks with my cough, but I think it's the humidity, and I feel like there's something in the air from this, the dust and the smoke and stuff is setting me off. So I might have to sign out early too today because I'm reacting to something. My eyes are itching. We've got a lot of smoke in Oregon and Washington from these fires. Bad news. Oh, public service credits? Yeah. I was surprised they took public service credit. But that was evidently part of what happened. Yeah, 7 years pharmacy at $18.50 an hour. Extended residency. I tell you, 2008 students got really messed over. We have a fire that's burning near Forest Park, and I don't like seeing smoke at Forest Park. It makes me very nervous. So that's part of what I've been reacting to. Trump post bail, $200,000. You hear about this? He has to turn himself in Thursday or Friday. Yeah. No, it's not dander. It's the air quality. It's the winds and the air quality. Okay. Last remote. Oh, I think that was the remote. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Do you guys want to see the weird news? Oh, wow. Excuse me. My cough, I might have to call it a day, you guys, because I'm really, the smoke in this air is really affecting me. Yeah, I don't know. Today maybe isn't going to happen. Let me see if I can show you guys this one thing that, let's see. I wanted to show you guys this weird news article. Have you guys heard about this? Oops. I want to share the screen with this. Oops, let me see if I can do this. Have you guys heard about what's going on in Florida? Oh, you don't see anything? I haven't put it up yet. Have you guys heard about what's going on in Peru? That's actually what I wanted to talk about. So this was going to be a lot more interesting with Chuck here, but basically we wanted to start bringing in weird news with people, but we were sharing weird news items, and this one got my attention, and I thought you guys would find it interesting. It was covered by Yahoo News. It's also been covered by a couple of other news channels. Aliens, aliens in the Amazon. Looks like aliens, 7-foot tall aliens attacking people in Peru. According to the Peruvian government, it's not really aliens. Evidently, it is people on jetpacks that are trying to illegally steal gold. Evidently, on the 29th, a teenager was kidnapped. So the idea is that it's illegal gold miners. However, if you look at some of the film footage that's been coming out, they don't look like illegal gold miners. And then the other question, of course, is, where would illegal gold miners get jetpacks? So it's kind of an interesting conversation in terms of weird news because, well, they're being called the face eaters, right? Because they've been attacking people. But according to the, excuse me, the locals out in Peru, I'm sorry, my allergies are really bad today. I don't mean to make people have to deal with this, but yeah, so the that is the conversation. So It was covered by Yahoo News. It was covered by the Jerusalem Post, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people say it's kind of a fake explanation that to say, well, it's people on jetpacks, illegal gold miners, because some of the film footage coming out makes it look like it's not alien. It's not. It is aliens. Oh, the other thing that they showed film footage of is like these light beings. It's almost as if what they must look like when they don't have their outfits on, like these, they've shot at them and they don't shoot. They have these round shoes, supposedly, these aliens with that they can press something and then they fly. So they thought, well, it must be a jetpack. So it's just absolutely a crazy story. We're just going to have to, yeah, my windows are closed, Joel. It's the hurricane, it's the fires, air quality is just not good. I'll turn my thing back on, my air filter on later. Hopefully that'll help. It happens, you guys. Come on. People get really mean with you. How dare you have an allergy? Sorry, I'm taking my Afrin. Yeah, so I thought that was such an interesting story. And if you could look on YouTube, you can see some of the film's footage. You wonder if it's CGI. That's the thing today. Some stuff can be faked so much that we honestly don't know what's real and what is CGI. All right. If you guys are willing to put up with my cough, I can go ahead and do the Empath's prayer. We can go ahead and we can blitz, blitz, blitz away. Does that work for you guys? If you haven't had a chance yet to like and subscribe, that would be absolutely fantastic. Yes. Oh, and yeah, I was gonna ask Chuck about what it was like to survive. I'm just looking at our notes for the show. Then Chuck got taken out by Hillary. We lost his connection, but hopefully when I see him on Thursday, he'll tell us about everything that's going on. Yeah. This was fun, though. It's fun to see you. It's a really fun show. Don't you guys love weird news? I just think it's so cool. And I've actually thought that the remote views today were really positive. I mean, the people that are struggling with student loan debt right now, it's the private loans with the private banks. But the people that have government loans, if you're a senior, if you've done public health, I guess I qualified for doing public health because I did a 5.5-year residency at $18.50 an hour. So people that think I 40 hours a week, 50 hours, I mean, I paid. But I think it's really nice that this administration is willing to, work with students. I love weird news. So I promise you every week on Taco Tuesdays, we will be talking about the weird news. And I would love to get your guys' opinions. If you've heard about what's going on in Peru, do you think it's illegal miners with jetpacks? Or do you think something's really going on? I think that's really kind of interesting. I think since my cough seems to be settled down, we'll go ahead. We'll do the Empath's prayer. We'll blitz, blitz, blitz away. And on Thursday, we'll have hopefully Chuck we'll be able to see Chuck. All right, let's do the Empath's prayer, shall we? Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys, to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively as a community, we say, Amen. All right, let's do some blitzes. Ooh, I got the blitz order. I love it. Yeah, it's really bad air quality. I don't like this feeling when this humid smog layer goes over the city and the smoke. It's really hard to breathe, for me to breathe. Other people might not have. I'm really sensitive to smoke. Yeah, it really sets me off. All right, this first question, thank you, Joel, for all your help, by the way. I really appreciate you, Joel. I think this is a really good question that Joel is asking. Y'all know that Trump has to turn himself in, and this is going to be very different than other surrenders, right? Because evidently he's going to be in the orange jumpsuit. I think they're going to do a strip search. This so yeah, it's probably a good idea if he's given. If I were his doctor, I would give him something and I would talk to him. I've had patients that have to go through traumatic ordeals, and you want to help them get through it. Oh, everything. I had a patient come in having a panic attack because they had to give the eulogy at a family funeral. It's bad enough that they were I mean, herbs, homeopathy, there's natural things you can give, meditation and mantras, breathing exercises. But yeah, people go through stuff and you want to help them. All right. It's for Trump, what it feels like when you go into this energy is just sad. There's a grief here. I don't feel that anybody is celebrating. This is not a feeling in the courtroom of celebration. People are depressed to some extent because some of the people at the courthouse voted for this person. And to see it come to this it's not the gleeful feeling that everybody thinks it is at the courthouse. It is a sad moment of truth for everybody. But the Ace of Wands stands with the courts, and it's an interesting card for spirit to use because the Ace of Wands is associated with the big cojones. It's a phallic symbol. And so it's almost as if he's always been the top dog, right? He's the guy that the other guys want to hang around with, right? They want to be like him. They want to, he's the top dog. And then for him to have something like an Ace of Wands come in over him, it's to be dominated, right? It's almost as if it's a masculine force that is greater than him. And so even he has to submit. There is nothing greater. There's no power greater in the American government than any human being. It's the Constitution. Nothing is greater than the laws of the land and the Constitution, and no man is greater than the Constitution. It's a living document, which is why it's infallible. It can always be corrected, redirected, but the fundamentals of the Constitution, it's the law of the land, it is supreme. It's what we all have to, as Americans, have to pledge allegiance to, right, is to this Constitution. So he will never override the Constitution as an American citizen. You can see the courts right over him. Queen of Swords is the courts. It's the woman who carries the sword of truth. He's worried that his assets are going to be wiped out. Here's the evidence brought to the courts against him. It's very cold, and it feels to me like it's just very, this is how we do it. Here's the evidence. Here's psychologically, in terms of the psychological questions that you're asking me about this individual, I would say he is not able to handle this. Joel, it's an interesting psychological profile of Donald Trump. He's the kind of a person who needs to be in control of you because he fears others controlling him. And so he's constantly having to be the one in control. But you can see here the Knight of Swords on top of the Ace of Wands. That's like violent, aggressive. This can be like a police raid. He has been disempowered. His power has been removed. He can't even run in something like 10 states. It's so over. And now it's almost like pounding him into the cement with the Knight of Swords on top of him. It is very unlikely that he can recover from this with those types of cards. And the opposition has the world. it's so over. He's also got every single Republican who's vying for power. They want to be the top dog. What his biggest fear is his financial holdings. You know, female power, man. The Three of Cups is female power. The feds are all over him. It's sad. This feels sad to me because he just looks like a defenseless, helpless person who's being completely wiped out by the feds at this point. Just by the slow, methodical presentation of the facts by masters. It's over. You can't win. You can't even run. So it's, you know, it goes back to that whole idea of, you know, crime doesn't pay. Eventually the natural order catches up on you. But the problem is how much damage they can do before the fact, right? And that's a problem. Yes, Joel, Trump's properties are going to be seized by the feds. Yeah. Joel's asking if Trump's properties will be seized. Did I pin that? That's a great, yeah, I did. Nine of Wands, he will be incarcerated. Here's the feds again with the Ace of Wands, you see? He wants mediation. I mean, it's like Giuliani made a deal, but Giuliani's deal is not going to protect him from state charges. The mediator. He was humbled. He was humbled. This guy's on the verge of being humbled. Look at this grief. Five of Cups. He's going to lose a lot. You know, don't break the law, man. Oh, he's in so much trouble. Oh, God, he's in so much trouble. Oh, he's finished. He's wiped out. But within a couple of weeks, this guy's, oh, there's nothing left. I mean, it's just gruesome. I mean, he's got Oshun on top of him, who seeks justice absolute, pound, 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 my way or the highway, right on top of him. Look at the feds. Ace of Swords and an Ace of Wands. They pulled double aces. This guy's toast. Look, feds, victory, cojones. Look at this. The guy's toast. Look at his final outcome. Sayonara. Yeah, he's wiped out. Completely wiped out. Can you believe that? Crazy. Absolutely. I just think that's crazy. But I mean, what do people think? I mean, the crazy thing about Donald Trump is that people started acting like him, thinking, well, if he can break the law, so can I. And that, I mean, it set the precedent. It's crazy. There's a Mar-a-Lago IT guy. It's so interesting because when you go into the remotes on the State Department, one of the things that comes out on the State Department is this idea that how are we doing? Are we public? We're public, right? I just want to make sure I'm okay. Yeah, we're public. I just have to check the stream. Oh, the IT guy redacted his statement and then he sought another lawyer. Well, it's not going to help him, but let's take a look. Oh, you evacuated from the BC fires, Janice? Whoa. Yeah. The air looks like it got a little cleaner all of a sudden. I don't know why. Whatever that was kind of cleared up. Now there's like a sun thing coming through. I hate this kind of air. Okay, what's going on with the IT guy? He's completely confused. He feels like he's in the middle of something and he doesn't know what he's in the middle of. They gave him a deal. The feds give him a deal. Well, he honestly probably didn't know what the hell was going on. The former president of the United States is telling you who the heck knows. Hopes and fears, uh, evidence, the sun coming out. He'll cut a deal with the feds. They're not really after him. Yeah. The feds are going to talk to him. He's not in trouble with the feds if he cooperates. You can see it here. Oh, it's all over the place. You can see here. This is his opposition. 6 of Pentacles, shown mercy. 6 of Cups, given a deal. Ace of Cups, final outcome. He's not the target. Well, he wants to make sure that he's not the target. He wants to make sure he's the target. He's not the target, and he isn't. Not with those types of cards. I mean, 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. I mean, 6 is generous, compassionate. 6 is salt of the earth. It's the mother that's baking a cake. That's the 6 energy. So 6 of Cups is love, 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 love. 6 of Pentacles is help, 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 help. It's your candy striper. So I think of candy stripers when I think of the 6 of Pentacles. Would you like some cookies at the hospital? When I think of 6 of Pentacles, I think of social workers. This guy was given plenty of chances with those cards. So I think the IT guy will make a deal. He's not the target anyway. Oh, yeah, the air quality is not good, Joel. That's very true. So prayers to everybody who's in the fires, and I really hope we get some rain, because I don't like that smoke over in Forest Park. Will Christie win the debate on Wednesday? Is Pence in the debate? Because Pence is the new it kit for the conservatives. They're going to go with Pence. I don't think Christie has the Heritage Foundation behind him. Right now, they're going with DeSantis, but DeSantis could drop out because he's under federal investigation. We did a remote on that. Some of it's starting to come public, and that is likely going to take him out. So Pence is really the preferred favorite of the family. I don't say him getting the economic support, Christie, of, when we're looking at dark money. No, he will eventually bow out of the race. Sun, movement, the race, the chariot is the race. You race your chariots. I love how you ask the universe a question, and it's like the big chat bot in the sky. The cards are like the big chat bot in the sky, and you ask the universe a question, and it pops out certain answers that kind of make me laugh. Like the chariot traditionally is meant as a symbol for the race, but here they're talking about the political race. So the cards spit out the race as the chariot. So I think it's kind of funny to see how the universe gives you your answers. But regarding the sun over him and the race that he is running, he starts out optimistic, but he hangs up the race. So no, he won't get far. Mm-mm. Yeah. Oh, well. What can you do? Someone's drinking watermelon mint. Oh, that's a very good combination, watermelon and mint. I made ash soup, which has mint in it. Yeah. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to call it a day. How's that sound? We're going to end a little early today because of my smoke allergy. Oh, I know what the last question of the day was. Okay, this is the conversation. I sent a note to Debbie that I wanted to have a chance to talk about this. Does everybody know about Michael Burry? This is the thing I wanted to cover today with Chuck. So Michael Burry is the guy that is mentioned in The Big Short, right? Michael Burry, the Dr. Michael Burry. Okay, Dr. Michael Burry and mm, who's the other guy? Who's the what? Oh, dang it, Hathaway, Berkshire Hathaway guy. Mm. William Buffett, Warren Buffett, Michael Burry and Buffett. All right, Warren Buffett. Thank you. They're predicting a stock market crash. They're saying the stock's going to crash 1.5 billion. They're being like, or maybe I said that. I can't remember. Yes, I'll tell you why. It's not that they're psychic. It's because we're trying to get China out of the US market. So what they're doing is they keep raising interest rates. And so what's happening is the Chinese investors are going belly up. So we see what happened to the bank in San Francisco and in other banks. Foreign investors, foreign property holders uh, who will not continue to be able to buy property in the United States because they can't pay the interest rates. They're basically trying to break China's hold on the US economy. And so they keep raising interest rates. But as a consequence of that, we could see them flooding the market with sell offs, right? Foreign sell offs. So we could see a massive sell off of Chinese assets, both land and real estate. So I just wanted to share that before we close today, that's probably why people are predicting it because of this competition with interest. We got to get China out of US housing, and they're trying to break some of their investment in, yeah. So that's what's it's a war, and it's creating some tension between the US and China that they are trying to bust them out of certain markets with these interest rates. So we see banks that they're heavily borrowing from, like the one in San Francisco, going belly up. So that's what's going on. So yes, it will of course affect our market, but the feds feel we have no choice. So that's what it is. All right, so I'm going to go treat my cough. I'm going to put the air filter on. My sincere apologies to all of you that we were not able to do a full show. We have a hurricane, winds, the air quality is not great, fires, etc. Hopefully Chuck will be back with us and I'll be able to breathe on Thursday. If you haven't had a chance yet to like and subscribe, please think about doing so. We thank you so much for your support. Be kind to all so that all can be kind to you. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.